This presentation builds on a previous introduction and will discuss the Belmont Report. In response to the negative results of several unethical research studies, the National Commission for the Protection of Human Subjects of Biomedical and Behavioral Research created a report called the Belmont Report in order to establish some basic criteria of ethical research. And out of that came three fundamental principles. The first, respect for persons, has to do with the autonomy of the individuals participating in research. And if someone is deemed to lack autonomy, such as a child or someone with a mental disability, they would be viewed as someone unable to make an informed decision about their own participation in research and would require some form of supervision signature. The second principle, beneficence, has to do with the idea of minimizing harms, and we discussed in the previous presentation some of the examples of where people have been harmed in research projects, both the behavioral and the physical sciences, the biomedical. And, on top of that, we want to make sure we're maximizing the benefits of participation. So it's not just about minimizing harms, but we actually want people who participate in our research to gain something. And finally, justice. This is the assurance that those who participate in our research are equally benefiting. So we're not privileging one group over another and denying one group some of the potential benefits that they could have received had they been selected for a different group. And that's especially relevant to experimental research. The Belmont Report was important because it led to changes in federal policy and specifically protection of human subjects in 1991. And now anytime an institution such as a university receives federal grant money for research, it needs to obtain Irb approval. That is, the principal investigators who submit a proposal for a grant to do research also need to obtain approval from what's called an Irb. An Irb, an institutional review board, will go through their research proposal and decide if it is ethical. Subsequently, after the Belmont Report, several professional organizations have created their own code of ethics, typically incorporating the same principles, but maybe also adding some additional standards. An example of that would be the American Sociological Association's Code of Ethics.